Hi, good morning, and welcome to January 2026. That feels very strange to say. Listen, I'm officially back in the studio today, and last I left you off, I was like, I'm gonna do all the things when you see me next. I'll have like all my stuff that I've been making. I've done nothing. That's not true. I have. It's just not pottery related. I kind of remembered that I have other interests and other hobbies. So, and school holidays is a bit tricky. Like the mum guilt kind of sets in really strong for me. Yeah. But I literally had to like move a couple of crickets, like actual crickets, off this seat that I'm at. I'm drinking my usual Dilma today. Those of you who are into hydrating, you go do that if you need to. I also have biscuits. It's a little bit early for biscuits, but you know, is it ever early for biscuits? I'm having hobnobs, and I'm having my tea in my busted cup. I didn't get rid of it. I just loved the fact that she wanted to just be like, yeah, I got no bottom, but I'm living my best life. So I was like, yeah, you got a place on my shelf. So that's what I'm doing today. Let's have a sip. Still hot, which is great. So plan for today is I will be tidying. It's just a lot of, because it is essentially a shed, right? There's a lot of like things that have flown in under doors and stuff. So I'll be sweeping and just tidying. I've got my first workshop this Tuesday. So today is Friday. So I just want to tidy up before the weekend so I don't have to, like, it's a mental load that's, you know, like I want the space to be really cozy and comfy and clean. So I want to tidy that up, and there's some glazing that I have as well that I need to get done for the workshop that we did last year, you know, the last one. It was just such an amazing workshop. And so I did put on a bisque wire. I did do that. So they're ready to be glazed. And then I thought, if you're interested, I would show you my traveler's journal, traveler's notebook, that I've been using, my little ecosystem. I know that's all the rage at the minute, but I didn't mean to jump on a bandwagon, but I feel like I truly have. And I'm very new to this, not to journaling. I've been journaling since I was probably about 8. And I used to use it as therapy because I didn't understand what therapy was. I mean, I need a therapist for sure. But my best friend is sufficing at the moment. She probably doesn't think so. But anyway, lots of voice memos back and forth. But yeah, so not new to journaling, but new to the world of Traveler's company, basically. I bought like a lot of the... it's the standard side. I'll have to show you. So if you have been following along, and if you don't, like, you totally should. Like, I haven't been very active on social media this month because I truly needed a break, and being on there for 365 days or almost, I think, last year, I was like, well, actually now I want to be really intentional with what I'm not that I was always very intentional with what I was posting. It was always like things that I was doing, but I kind of I didn't have anything to share because it wasn't really pottery related, you know, and I know that's my audience, and so I didn't want to be like, hey, look at this find a word that I'm doing, you know what I mean? So it didn't feel like relevant. But I am a human being and I do have other interests. Pottery is obviously the love of my life, but I do things other than that. So one of the things you would have seen on my Instagram was like a little reel that I put together about how I made my own journal cover, and it's like beyond perfect, right? Like, wait, that's not what I mean. Far from, not beyond. It's like so far from perfect. And I'm never like, I know perfect is not something that I can achieve, or it's not attainable, so whatever. But I love it. I love it so much. Like, the leather is just so beautiful and it's too floppy. Like, and I know that, and I knew buying it would be too floppy. So I think it's about maybe 1 to 2 mil thick, and really, like, you need the sturdier, almost 3 mils. That's what like the Louis Carmen ones are and stuff. But anyway, I just love the floppiness of it. I love the color of it. I love the smell of it. I love interacting with it. So I'm gonna give you a little peek into that if you're interested. But and I also wanted to show you what I've been doing with my time over the summer. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, tidying the studio. I need to glaze. I do need to start making some maker's cut, you know, the 29 seconds reel that I put on. I need to start filming those again. So I kind of need to come up with some ideas. So if you have ideas on what you want to see, like if there's something you think, oh, I'd be interested in seeing how that's made. Like last year I did, the one that blew up was this, like a snack dish that I did with like, it's a, what do I call it? Like a boundary snack dish or something, because it's got like sections. It was intended for guac and corn chips. That's what it was intended for. So I actually gave mine away because there was someone who really loved it, and I was like, well, I can't keep you away from it. So I gave it away. So I need to actually make one for myself again. So I want to make that. There's a shelf that I have to build, but I will not do that on camera because flat packs and me, like, I'm not bad at it by any means. I won't be told how to do it, even by instructions. So I need to figure it out myself. Like, I won't look at an instruction. These days is really good. Like, there's visual as well as written. I'm a very visual person, so I kind of need the visuals. But just when it comes to flat packs, I just won't listen to any of the instructions or anyone telling me how to do it. So I'm just going to do it by myself, swear lots, and get that done. And then, yeah, just come along. So maybe I'll have my biscuit first, and then I'll show you my journal. Let's do that. Okay, welcome to the maker's table. Okay, so here is my attempt at making a traveler's company or traveler's journal cover. I have a fresh coffee that I just got served, which is lovely. I still have my tea, so I'm kind of doing both. Okay, so let's get started. Move this out of the way. Okay, so this is, you're obviously not from my point of view, but you get the gist. I keep this pen in here because it kind of matches the vibe with the gold and stuff, and it says yes queen, as in, you know, yes queen. But we're actually in Yas, so a friend of mine bought that for me because she thought it was hilarious, and I do too. So thank you, Laura, for that pen. I have kept it and I love it, but I don't actually use it in here because I use a different, the friction pens. I'll show you. But I thought actually, before we go on to this, I wanted to show you my basket that I've been carrying around all summer. So basically, this is how my basket has been, and I don't know how it shows up on camera. Yeah, so this is just a basket that I've been carrying around, and I want to show you what's in it. So I'll put it aside and I'll go through the things I've been doing this summer. But first, let's do this. Okay, so opening up. Don't use that. I've been, because I mainly do this at home, I've just been carrying the basket around, and I have not a pencil case, but this old box that I found from I think a decade ago that I had. It was just cute bunnies, and this is what I've been carrying around. So a couple of pens. This is the Pilot fountain pen, and I just bought this from Japan, but you can get it on Amazon. And I have been using a beautiful green ink, but I am going to shift to the brown ink. I just haven't had a chance to get some yet. I use the Artist's Sketch pen, but again, I don't like the black. I really like the brown. I love that. So I'm going to continue getting the Zig because I really like it. I have another fountain pen, this beautiful guy, but I haven't really, I've not really been using it as much. I always tend to go for that, maybe because of the green, I'm not sure. But this is my, like, when I'm junk journaling, basically, or like if I'm doing calendar updates and stuff, because if I make mistakes, I can rub it off. It's dangerous to use because, it's heat. Like if it's left in the sun, like I always worry about all my stuff going missing, so I don't journal or anything with it, but like for calendar updates and stuff, I do tend to reach for that. I have sharpeners and washi tapes and some refills. I do have a gadget to fill it with actual ink, the fountain pen, but I do keep these just in case, like if I'm on the go and I've run out. And then I have this beautiful, my husband went to Japan after I did, so me and my daughter, we went, and then he went for a work trip, and he brought these back. Oh, they're so sweet, green and purple. And then he also brought back this one, which I love, and this one, which I also love, and Panda's Pandas, just, yeah, I just love them. So that was just a cute little, and then I bought these for myself when I was in Japan, and I'm just like, I just love them. I love them so much. It is one of my all-time favorite movies, Totoro and May. Brilliant. Anyway, so that's in there. A little stamp. It must have been from Typo years ago that I got. These I got from Creator's Friend. They sell journals as well, journal covers as well. I just wanted to try them out. I wanted to get a fast brain for my brother. And I got some for myself, but it's an A5, which doesn't go in my journal. But I bought these. They're really lovely to use. However, like this one is a complete dud. Like it was dry when I got it, so I wasn't happy with that. But like it's been fine. It's just highlighters. I do just, used the normal Pilot ones, like the pastel-y ones, but this is just what I've kept in here. This is my little book, you know. I always forget how to, but you get the gist. It's like a book holder. I want to make some out of clay, you see, so this was like an inspiration. And whiteout, which I don't really use whiteout, but it's in there. And a beautiful Kiki K gold scissors that I've carried around with me for the longest time. So yeah, that's those. And then I also have these that I use. And what else do I have? Some dots. I don't even know if they work anymore, but my whole idea was, I'm gonna take tons of Polaroids and Instapics, whatever. Is that what it's called? Instapics? Polaroids, whatever. And then I'm gonna cover them, so I have some covers for them, but I haven't got to that yet. Okay. So these I'm very happy with. My little bits and bobs. It's just this, like, if this was all out in the basket, it would really overwhelm me. Like I would just be like, oh, the mess. I can't concentrate kind of deal. So I keep it in here, and so then I don't have to see it. You know, it's out of sight, out of mind. Intex, Instack. Instack. So I have the Fujifilm Instax 8, the Mini 8, which I got probably for my 30th birthday, which was a long time ago, but it was brand new. I literally took it out of the packet the other day because I was given 2 of them. So I had been using one and the other one I kept, and I carry that with me. It's in one of the bags, also in my basket, which I won't get out. So I'll show you what else is in the basket, and then we'll get to, what do you want to do? Should we go through? Okay, no, let's go through this one first, and then we can. So my beautiful, beautiful journal. I'm just like, I can't tell you how much joy this guy has brought me this summer. So I picked up the leather from a very reputable Australian, Melbourne-based, I think, company. You know, I wanted to make sure it's something, it was something that I'm, you know, proud of using, basically. 4-leaf clover. My last name is Highland, which is Irish. I'm not Irish, obviously, but that was a reference to that. And I just love it. I also had another charm here, and I wish I had it with me today, but it was silver, and I kind of wanted to stick with the gold themes, but I think I might put it back. It was one of those things. Do you remember back in the day? I'm going back, like when I was 17, I was given this as a gift. You used to get little charms for your phone. You thread it through your phone and you have charms hanging off your phone and stuff. It was one of those, but it was a grain of rice, and it said Nawsheen on it. And my friend Jenny had got it for me for my, I think, 17th birthday. And I might put it back. I just love it. It's so sweet. And it's in like this little jar full of liquid. Anyway, so that's, I like to keep it quite simple. If you are thinking of making one of these, don't do it because you think you'll be cheaper, because by the time you buy all the bits and bobs, you do end up spending quite a bit of money. Yeah, do it because you love it, not because you think you'll be cheaper. Because all the hardware, it does end up costing a fair bit. Anyway, let's get into it. So the cord obviously had to be green. It is 3mm cord, which is, I do think, is too thick, but I don't mind it at all. I love it. The leather is too thin, which again, I love it, but it, you know, the ones you get at the shops are a lot thicker, I believe. This is probably 1.2 mil, maybe 1.5 mil, but you're looking at almost 3 mil leather thickness if you are wanting to make, but I love the floppiness of it. That's what I enjoy, and you can do it both ways. Sorry, you can do it both ways. I put the hardware on both. So yeah, let's open it up. I wanted the trifold, not the bifold. So, and then this is Traveler's Company little gadgety thing, and I'm really surprised at how well it sticks to, because I was like, I know that's what it's made for, obviously, like I know it's made for leather stuff, so it would stick, but I didn't expect it to perform as well as it has. So opening up on this side, I love the imperfections. This is obviously from when they were, you know, taping, tanning, whatever they were doing. Ooh, taping, tanning, all the stuff. I have a couple of pictures. I love this actually, and I put the card holder sideways because this is where I put my little Polaroids. This is a picture of my award. I just want it to be a bit vibey, and it's not because I'm like, it's not I don't know, it's meant to be a reminder of what I'm capable of and what I can achieve when I lose sight of that, which happens stupidly. It happens quite frequently. Sorry, I'm just checking to make sure you're in frame. Okay, and then a business card, obviously, because, you know, people need to know in case this beaut gets lost, but how can it? I'm attached to it. So, I won't go into how I thread, but you will notice that I just have it like that. I don't have, I know Louis Carmen or some of the other ones have loads of like 3 or 4 spots for the cords, but I really just wanted to have the one and figure out a way to fit it all in. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books in here, plus I can get a 7th one, I think, plus a divider binder thing. I am so happy that this is green because it just matches this, and I didn't get it because it was green. I genuinely needed this, but yeah, it's just basically whistle and page week by week. My handwriting is shocking because I do use it as like a junk kind of, you know, journal. I don't try to like be perfect in here at all because that's not what it's about. So this is my like business stuff. So I have like regular tasks. I have, you know, things that are happening throughout the year. I'm just going through quickly, like planning out my week. So this is for next week. So the thing I love about this, and I know it's upside down, I'll show you this way. The thing I love about this is you can plan out your week, right? Like you've got bits and bobs that you can, whatever's happening, but you have a little bit more room here if you needed it to flesh it out a little bit. So I really like that flexibility. So then going into the next book, brown. I mean, this is like basically whistle and page. This is my daily pages. Well, most days. So yeah, I've just been writing in green. See, like, and I do want to shift to the brown. How do I feel about the grid? For my handwriting, it's fine. And I do need some sort of, I do need some sort of line to make sure that I stay straight. So So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. And it gives me the flexibility if I wanted to sketch stuff as well, like I can. So I've been finding the daily pages has been really, really nice to do. And then the next one, things that keep me up at night. So my idea was to like put, you know, these fit really beautifully on here. You know, they fit beautifully. So I kind of wanted to, I haven't decorated, you know, like people are out there doing these beautiful videos of their journals and decorations and whatever. I'm not about that. I'm just like, this is a very practical space for me. Oh, I also got, I have one in my pocket. I have these little tabs that I bought, but I don't recommend them. Like I don't love them. They kind of flop off and stuff. Actually better to use like paper clips, I think, to be honest. So these are like lists and I do them, yeah, like commissions, business ideas, things that are like in my head, events, more business ideas, gardening. I put gardening stuff like tasks. I'm starting a new collection, so I'm kind of planning that out a little bit, like what I want to make and stuff. Yeah, website updates. So things that are just like I think of and I'm like, I gotta get that done. I put it in there. So if it's in here, it needs to get done. So these are dotted. So I definitely love the color of this more. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my writing is disgusting. So like, but whatever, like they both work. I think this would be better if you wanted to do sketches and stuff. I think it would be better. Okay, so that's my third one. Now up to the fourth. My fourth one is month at a glance. This one's really good because at the beginning it has your whole year. Like this is more family stuff, right? Yeah, and it's just like who's doing what, when, and then you can really grill down. And I've loved this, like I've already trashed it. I love this because it helps me plan out, like there's, you know, different stuff that I'm doing, but it also helps me plan out my collection. So working backwards, okay. Oh, this clip. It's not a Traveler's one. It's just a rando one that I got, but I really, really, really love it. It's so heavy. It's weighty. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, so like it's really helped me. Like my collection to date drops on 2nd of April. And so it just, do you know, doing this freaked me out so much. I'm like, oh my God, I don't have time. I don't have enough time. But I've gone and done as much. There's a lot of repetition, right? Like there's this, and then there was, you know, this, and like it feels repetitive, but actually it's not. So here I've just got, you know, simple stuff, and then I can flesh out my week. So for me, it doesn't feel sorry about the door. It doesn't feel uncomfortable or annoying to redo them. And I think like if I spent a whole day just, you know, just planning out stuff, it was really nice. Yeah. So that was book. What book was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. The next one. This is not a Traveler's one. This is, I just wanted some crafty paper one, and it was just some rando one that I found somewhere. And I just wanted to try it out. This was more for sketching, right? Like the paper, like you can tell the quality is, it's very thin. It's like not great at all. But for what I want it for, it's excellent. Like I haven't decided what I want to do with it. Like I was thinking like my collections and stuff. I'll show you this book that I've been carrying around. This is just, I'm embarrassed to say, this is just from Kmart, but I just needed something really small and handy, and it's really beautiful thick paper, and I've just been doing all my sketches and stuff in here, which, yeah, it's just, it's really helped my brain. And I was thinking whether I shift that onto here or I just do it for like each collection I plan out. I think that's what I'll do. It will be like a collections book, I think. Yeah, and that's it. So that was 1, 2, 3. What did I say? 6 books? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. My bad. 5 books. I did have another one. I have a watercolor one, and I have a sketchbook as well. But I took those out because I was like, I just want to use this as my sketchbook. And the watercolor one, yeah, I didn't. So you can see I've got space for another one. Yeah, so you can comfortably have 6. 1. Yeah. Very comfortably. Oh, and then, sorry, my bad. I have this. I have the sketch. Is this the sketch or is this the watercolor? I think this is the sketch one. Sorry, this is the 6th book. I could have a 7th. I could have the watercolor in here, but I just didn't need it in there at the minute. So I was like, why? Why keep it in there if I'm not going to be using it? And that was always the plan. I always wanted to have 7. 7 is my favorite number, and I just wanted to have 7 in there. So maybe if I am out and about and want to do watercolor, I can slip that in there. So I just keep that free. And then I bought this one from Travelers as well. I really, look at this. This is so sweet. It reminds me of my kiddos. So this is a boy, and then there's a little lady as well. How sweet are they? I have no idea where they've come from, but I just love them. My little one loves watering. And so this was just, I bought this before he was even a thought, but I like it. So yeah, these guys I would not recommend. I just don't like them. I don't use them very much. They're just a nuisance, actually. I might have to take them out. So that's really good. I don't have much stuff in there. The sketchbook, I have nothing in there. I haven't interacted with that at all. Yeah, I might do some like actual sketches, you know, when I'm out and about. And then, what's happening? Nothing. I did get myself, I'm going to put this guy back because I like to know where I am. I might put it on February because we're pretty much there, aren't we? I bought this. I really loved the colors. I really loved everything about it, but I just like that it's got the ruler and yeah. This was in one of the slips, but I kept it. I sometimes use that as a ruler as well, so I just leave those. And then some more pictures of kids and just stuff that I've got in there. And that's really about it for that guy. Yeah, and then it just wraps up really beautifully, whichever way you want to do it. I was thinking about putting my initials here, but then I don't think I will do that. But at the back, I want to put my little seal that I have. I might do that. But then I'm like, but do I just like it just the way it is? Yeah, I think I do. What is this? Tell me what this is. What rubbish is this that's on it? Anyway, I'll have to clean that. Oh, I know what that is. That's the rubber. Okay, so that's my journal, and I just am low-key obsessed with it. It's just been serving me really, really well. Lots of plannings happening in there. But yeah, isn't that cute? What do you think? Are you guys getting into the journaling scene? I hope you are, because it's helped my brain quite a lot. So in terms of my basket, I'll put that away now. In terms of my basket, I'll show you what else I've been working on this summer. I've been getting letters, which is nice. So that's in my basket, reminding me that I must respond. I bought this, I think, from Aldi of all places. I just need something where I'm like not scrolling, because that's one of the things I found, you know, like, because I've had a little bit of downtime, I would scroll for, and I'm not saying like for hours at all, I'm saying like I would scroll for 10 minutes, and those, like, the insecurities would come in very strong. So just to not be doing that, I've been interacting with this kind of stuff. And I haven't done much, but I did this number pyramid the other day, and I was like, oh my God, I can still do maths. That's amazing. But yeah, I've just been really enjoying, like, there's loads of different puzzles, so my brain doesn't get bored. So, you know, it's not the same. But then I've also been carrying around, because my favorite thing to do when it comes to puzzles, I don't like puzzles. I don't actually like puzzles very much at all. But finder words I really, really enjoy. So I've been doing a couple of those as well. I did one last night. I did this one last night. And so, yeah, there's just loads of them in there. And I wonder if this is from Aldi from, like, I don't know, 2 decades ago. And then a friend of mine, thank you, Erin, has hooked me up with this amazing book, A Drawing a Day. And it's just really, like, just not zero pressure kind of thing, you know. There's, like, just simple stuff. And I just think, oh, so great. Thanks, Erin. So she got me lots of creative stuff, actually. So I've been interacting with that as well. And then this has been great. The Daily Stoic. It's such a... I don't know if I've ever spoke about this, but I sure have. I can't read for very long. I can listen for hours and hours, and that's how I consume my books. I listen to Audible quite a bit, but quite a bit as in constantly. Oh, there's an eagle over there. Oh my goodness. It's circling. What did you find? Leave my bunnies alone. Okay. But this has been such a great book, because it's, again, so low key, and it's got, like, the dates, like today's the 23rd, right? So that's my page for the day, and that's all I have to focus on. I don't have to worry about the whole book. I can just read a page. And actually, there's another book like that, and I read the Audible. I listened to the Audible, but I have bought the physical book for friends, and I now forgot what it's called, but it was like I'm not really into parenting book, but that was more about the parent, not so much about the kids. It's the changes that a parent goes through when they become a parent. So I'll figure it out and I'll put it somewhere on the screen. But it was a really good read. Yeah. But this one has been great. It's just like really simple, but not simple concepts. So complicated concepts written simply, where you're like, shit, that makes me think. So that's been good. And of course, this has been on my reading list as well. I've just been taking bits at a time. I've just been loving it, just, I don't know, learning a bit more. So I've been doing that. And I am taking a glaze course with ceramics workshop. It's been highly recommended by multiple people, and I'm like, well, I'd be an idiot not to do it. So I've signed up for that. Haven't started yet. I kind of want to start it when February. So I want to start it from next week. And so this was my A5 that I used to, this was basically my work journal that used to travel with me all the time. And so I've kept it that way still. So this was a Kiki K, and I just had my initials embossed on there. But I really love it, and I still love it, and I don't want to get rid of it. So I've kept it, and the reason why I've kept it is because there's a lot of like businessy stuff in there that I kind of don't want in my travelers, because the books, like, it's in high rotation. The notebooks in the travelers are high rotation, right? Like, you finish it and then you move on. But this is more like core business shit that I need all the time. So that's in there. And then any courses and stuff that I'm taking, I want it. For note taking, like for learning and note taking and stuff, I find this size, the A5, to be a little bit easier to interact with. Just bear with me. There is personal stuff on there. So bookmarks, photos, love notes. This one is so cute. This is my daughter got a cry card for Christmas, and she Googled me. Holy moly, I was like, what? And she found this picture. This is my like Instagram picture, and she downloaded, did whatever, and then she got Crycut to look how cute. And then she wrote me the sweetest little poem. It says, Nawsheen, nice artist. What does this say? Wonderful, super duper, hardworking. Exceedingly beautiful. Is that what that says? Exceedingly beautiful? Holy moly. Enchanting. Oh my God, nifty. Ah, I love it. It's so beautiful. So I had to keep that, obviously. And then I won't take it out, but I use the notebooks that have these pockets. I really enjoy these because, they have pockets. Who doesn't like pockets? So then I have like business stuff, really boring like business stuff, and glaze stuff. And I was doing to-do lists, and that's when I was like, no, I need a travelers. I had a radio interview recently as in back in October. I was taking notes for that. I was like, what do I say? And then so this is where I'll start my note taking for my glaze course. And then back here I have a thing that I made. I made it for my husband, but yes, it's in my journal. I have given him one, but this was the first one I did, and it was a poem that I had written for him, and I am turning it into a book. And I hope to have the book ready very soon. Again, if you've been following along on the Instagrams, you would know that that's another thing that I've been doing this summer. I've been working on my second book and thinking about my third. So, I mean, I have written it. It's just thinking in terms of illustration. Yeah. So that's what I have been doing. What have I been enjoying the most? Definitely the travelers. I've been enjoying the most. Hey. An unopened package? What is this? Oh, yeah. I did up some shelves. Oh my God. Do you know what, guys? I don't know if you can see me actually. I've been setting, that's one thing I did in the summer. I've been setting up the gallery space in the house. Does it look amazing? Yes, absolutely. Does it have any pottery in it? No, not at all. It has no merchandise, no pottery, nothing in it. It's just like empty shelves. But I did invest in some beautiful shelving. One I'm not really happy with, but it will do. Because I didn't realize the shelves like were not actually shelves, that were fabric. I was like, what? But it's fine for the space. And I've got 3 massive shelves to fill. So yeah, I have been doing that. Okay, so looks like the rest are just boxes and stuff. I'll put up and I'll just power through. Yeah.
Darkness melts away when I walk with you. The footsteps are alight. The noise of the city disappears into the distance. The world will change if we are together. We hold hands in the wind.
So I have very dirty tools that I never cleaned up, and I'm washing them with very dirty water. So, you know, is there a point? I don't know. I probably, yes, because you get rusts and stuff building on it. And I obviously ran out of here in a rush. I don't know what was happening. But you really should look after your tools, and I try to be good with them, but I don't know why I didn't tidy up after my last session, but I'm starting a wheel throwing course. It's a 5-week course, and I don't offer wheel throwing courses, to be honest, because I only have the one wheel. So I am very, very, very precious with my wheel. I try to use it just by myself and be really careful with it. But Liz, the lady that reached out to me, she purchased a wheel, and she's like, I know nothing about pottery, but I've got a wheel. I'm like, excellent. My type of person. But yeah, I was like, okay, I gotta help. So anyway, all that to say, I kind of need it somewhat clean. I don't want it to be very clean because I've touched on that before. I don't like it to be like pristine and stuff. But I mean, for someone starting out, it would be nice to start on a wheel that's relatively tidy. And the tools that, you know, actually take, like sponges that actually work because they're not already filled with clay. I can't remember, but I must have had a really rush to the end of the year. I know I was in a rush to get some commission done because it was like a last minute order that came in for some mugs. That's had it, I think. That's for the bin. My friend, you've served me well. Say it's been so nice to be in this space again today. I just always, like, when I have a break from it, I find it really daunting to come back because I know there's a lot to clean up. half of it's my bad for leaving it in a state, but also it does, like the dust and grime and stuff, and pottery, like it's essentially dust. So it builds up. So I feel really overwhelmed to clean it and stuff. But it's been really nice being back. I always forget how much I love this space. And I hope that people that come through the doors, or shutters in this case, feel that too, because yeah, I put a lot of love into the studio space. And the one that so I don't know if you guys know about the North Canberra, so I'm not in Canberra, right? Like I'm based outside of Canberra, but we're one of the bordering towns. So anywho, I have a little space. It's like a, do you remember those cooking classrooms at schools? It's essentially one of those, but I've had the opportunity to set it up like a pottery studio. So I've got clay in there. I've got all the tools that I need. There's enough space for people to sit comfortably, you know, like desks and chairs and beautiful light and a mulberry tree out the back. Like it's very beautiful, but it's like a classroom kind of space, but it's in North Canberra, which means like people that aren't wanting to travel to me but are in Canberra, even though I'm not very far, can meet me in North Canberra. So I decided to run like little Sunday sessions once a month out of that space. And I'm really excited about it because hopefully that way I can, bring the joy of pottery to people that don't want to travel to me. I can travel to them. Yeah, so it's just like little hand building. Courses will be like 2 hours on a Sunday, just really cruisy. And then the other thing that I'm really excited about that I'm doing this year is I do this course called Clay Together, and I do it at schools with kids and their parents and stuff. And I thought, you know what, like holiday programs, right? So I've got 2 classes up on my website for holiday programs for kiddos. I think it's I can't remember the age, but one of the Sunday sessions I've turned into, it's during the holidays, so I've turned it into like a clay play kids one. And then there's another one, I think maybe in the April holidays. I feel like, jeez, those cockatoos. This is one of my favorite tools of all time. I love this tool so much. Shrinkage ruler. I know you can make your own. It's very easy. And actually, if you're using clay that you've never worked with and stuff, you probably should make one, not rely on this. But a lot of commercial clays will tell you what the shrinkage rate is. So you just follow. Geez, I don't know why I'm telling you this. You know what a shrinkage ruler is. Got your percentage and then you're sorted. Okay. Well, it's a little bit tidier. I'll go over to the wheel, I think, and give that guy a little tidy also. It's in a bit of a state. I got myself a new mirror and I really, really love it. Can you see? Can you see it? It's just like, look at it. It feels like it's going to fall apart any second because it's got no, it doesn't look sturdy, but it's pretty good. It's very nice. I like it. It was just the You know, I have the one, the IKEA one that every potter uses ever. But it was just too big. Like, you know, a lot of potters that you see, they're usually backed up to a wall or something, and then they've got it like against a wall or whatever. Anyway, it didn't work for this space, and that's okay. I'm very happy with this one. I'm just hoping that I don't shatter it. Yeah, because the pink one that I had, it did fall and it's got a chip out of it. I still have it. I kept it, obviously. So this is the extent of my cleaning. Sorry, I'll just move you over here. I just do the edges because, you know, your arms, hands, whatever, rests on there. So, oh, hello. You're open. This thing, I reckon one of these days, gonna poke my eyes out. I really need to be careful with it. Yeah. But that's it. That's the extent of my cleaning the wheel. Because it's a working space, right? Like I don't want it to be nice and flawless. Just cleaning. Oh. Mate, what did I just say? I was going to shatter that mirror. God. You guys were all probably like, yeah, we knew that was going to happen. When you saw me putting it up there and now the wheel's spinning. Jesus. All right, come on. So water on site, so there's no water in the studio, so I have to. I'm very careful with your water usage, which I'm not mad about at all, to be honest. It makes me work really smart with water, not wasting it, which I love. Yeah. So the way my setup is, I have this guy, which is just like a shelf riser, you know, and that's really more for, because I've got shortest arms ever, it's more for height. Like if I put it here, I kind of can't reach. So then I have this bucket where I put throwing water, and then I have the mirror here. Let's see how the mirror has fared. Are you broken, sir? No. Okay, well, that's amazing that you're not broken. So yeah, I have the mirror here, which is great. I try not to drop it. Yeah, the mirror here looking on, so I can check my lipstick. No, obviously not, guys. I'm not that vain. That's my throwing mirror. And then I have, oh, I shouldn't have sat on that. Oh, Lord. I'm going to have clay on my bum. Okay. And just give the wheel. I've been meaning to do, clean my wheel head for also a decade. Lots of things I've been putting off. No, not a decade, but it feels like a long time. But see, can you see it's got a lot of discoloration? I just wonder if I should even bother at this point. But one time I had left my Batmate on the wheel, and I like stepped away and then forgot about it. And water and aluminium are not friends, so it discolored it. It's okay, actually, I'm not going to bother with it. Okay, so, and then my second bucket is for slops, right? So when I'm throwing, I will keep this next to me. So if I get like chunks, I put the chunks in here, and then so my water isn't clogged up with a whole ton of clay. It still gets clogged up, obviously. There's still like heaps of clay that makes its way in, but it's not nearly as bad as it can get if you don't have the slop bucket. Just cleaning around it. Yeah, my pride and joy. Harry is his name, and I love him very, very much. And then I always have like this to wipe my hands and stuff. It's really dirty, so I might put this guy in the wash. So next step, I want to, oh yeah, I'll put the tools back actually. And you know what, for when Liz comes, I will use my little mirror, so if it falls, I'm like, you know, I'm not precious about it. Yeah. Okay, so what was I, oh yeah, the tools. So bringing all the tools back, I'll give you a, okay. Great. So now I'll show you, this is the tools that we've cleaned together. Do I use all of them? I don't know. I'm just going to set you up here so you can see. Oh, this is my hidey hole. I'll give you a little guide to what I have here. I have Griffin grip that I need to, Giffen grip? Gryffindor is what I'm thinking. Giffen grip, extra wheel head that I need to, the Giffen grip, I fucked up real bad, so I need to fix it. My tiles that I throw on, oh, I need to cut those tiles here. And then my slop bucket stays here, and I obviously do this when I'm throwing. And then this guy has random angles and stuff, but you know, this tool is a brilliant, this guy, hole makers, so I always keep that at hand, so that's good. I should put that elsewhere, maybe there. And then I have a tile. I have a clean-ish tile that as I'm throwing, like I put my tools on here because, you know, this is a gardening thing, shelf that I'm just repurposing. I don't think, I mean, it's really like ugly. I know that, but I'm okay with it. It doesn't make me sad because I think, ooh, I'm reusing something, and how amazing is that? So I have I like things lined up. I have a ruler, my ruler, and then the other ruler, like a normal ruler if I need it. I don't, I never use it. So I put that underneath. This guy, because I'm like, one day I'm gonna throw massive. No, I was using it for something, I can't recall why, but it doesn't live here. It lives on my tool shelf, so I'll put that back. this was a good investment. This is to lift up my tiles from what? That mate. So that lives there. Sponges go on the sponge tray. Like all the soft stuff go in here. Yeah. I've spoken about my leveler in a lot of details. I use it as my trimming tool as well, like help me get consistent base size with this. Yeah. This is the arrowhead tool, which is my favorite to get rid of the clay at the base when I'm trimming. So I use that all the time. A pebble that I picked up last July. I know I say that all the time, but it's not from last July. It's from decades ago. But yeah, I use that to varnish. One of the best tools, I think, still, you know, is the tool that you kind of learn with and start with, your rib tool, which has so much rust on it now, thanks to me not cleaning up after myself. Pin tool. Obviously, much needed. And a harder plastic rib tool. Okay. So I don't actually like using the Giffen grip much. If I can help it, like I'll do without. Because I think there must be a trick to it, and I'm just not, I've just not been let in on the secret.
The world will change if we are together. We hold hands and the wind caresses our cheeks. Your smile is so dazzling that time stops.
Okay, hi again. So it's been hours and hours later. I'm still drinking my coffee. Still good. Okay. The studio looks so put together. All the plants have been watered and they're looking glorious. I got distracted because I was like, oh, I should water the plants outside too that have been neglected. So I did that. The floors look great. I tidied up the table. I didn't bring you along for it because actually there wasn't much there to get rid of. Like it was just like a couple of things that I had to return to their homes. The wheel looks great. Everything looks great. I am feeling really tired because I don't know. No lunch. So I'll go do that. And then spend some more time with the kiddos. But I really hope you enjoyed coming along for my little tour of my notebook, and just thank you for hanging out with me to do all of this. It's really nice to have some company while I do it because I feel less alone. And today I actually had no music, no audible, nothing on. I just listened to the birds and the breeze and chatted to you guys. It felt really nice, and I felt really grateful for this life, which is a little bit deep and meaningful to end this vlog, but that's how I feel. So that's that. Let me know if you have one of these or are thinking about making one of these. Seriously, I just had so much fun. Like I can't stop touching it, and I already noticed the leather has been changing and stuff. Yeah, I still, you know, I look for accessories. I've bought a few more stuff as well. So it was a lot of fun to make and keeping me productive. One thing I didn't touch on, and I'd love to touch on, is, and I did on my Instagram, I think towards the beginning of the year, maybe on the 1st, about like setting goals and intentions and stuff for 2026, which, if you know me, I don't do resolutions. I to write all my words that has been leading me for the past, well, 6 years. So since I moved to the countryside, which was 6 years ago, it's coming up to, is this the 6th year? Oh my God, this is the 7th year. And I do update Instagram with it every year, but this year was 10. But that's what I'm doing. I'm like trying to be, I mean, I already live a very slow lifestyle as it is, but last year I did go a bit ham, like with the business. I really wanted to focus, you know, it was my first year as a full-time potter, full-time artist. So I wanted to give it everything I had, and I did. And it really meant a lot to have you guys come along, and the response has been wonderful, which is lovely. That's not to say that I'm gonna be slowing down in that respect. There's so much ambition there, and I love this business, and I have a lot of attachment to Whistle and Page, and Whistle and Page has always been my safe space, and it's carried me through for the past, my gosh, 12th year. It'll come up to 12th year in September. Can't believe it. And yeah, it's just, I feel very passionate about it. So of course I'm gonna give it everything I have, but at the same time I want to tend to the things that I've put in place and put out there already, like the business relationships that I've made. So tend is the word that's leading me, and it was really hard, actually, I have to say. This last month I had this nagging feeling that I should continue with my social media, you know, even though I had scheduled time off, and I was very transparent about needing time off because it's part of productivity. Rest is part of productivity. And so then, but I still felt a pressure to post every day and stuff. And I stopped and I was like, well, that's not tending, you know, that's not tending to myself. So I gave that up pretty quickly, and I was doing this instead. So let me know, is there, like, do you have words that lead you for the year? Are you quite like rigid with it, or what do you know? I hope you guys have had the most wonderful start to the year. Thank you again for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. It was a little bit of a different vlog this month because I've been doing different things, but I'll be back next week, and then I will bring you along for all the things that I do and fill those shelves. Don't forget to sign up for the newsletter. So the day that you're seeing this, if you are a subscriber, or whistlers as I like to call you, you would be getting the email at 3 p.m. today. But if you're not a subscriber, I don't understand why. Like, no, I'm kidding. It's just, yeah, it's a lot of just, it's a sweet little note from me, basically every month, recapping what I've been doing and stuff, which I know we're doing this now anyway. So, but the perks of being a whistler is that you do get exclusive to launches, like my collection drops and sweet treats, always with the sweet treats. So, and then I also do like giveaways, which I know you're not supposed to talk about, but basically the giveaways, I just randomly pick someone out of my list and yeah, I send you something from the studio. So if you do feel inclined, it does help me quite a lot connect with you, obviously, but also keep you in the loop. Like, I know with social media, it's getting harder and harder to connect with the people that you actually follow, or because it's all about feeding the algorithms. But with the email, I have a direct relationship with you. I don't need to go through the platforms. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's enough of me babbling. Thank you again for hanging out with me. I'm so grateful for you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Bye. Thanks again.